Okay, Zach, here's your before and after, right? So the first thing we said, what we did was talk about the hips. Now the hips are moving over your right foot, which then explains why you've got so much pressure on your right foot. 93, yeah, so 93% on your right foot at the top. But we also know that you've got all this space now next to your left hip, right? So what I said was get a head covering your tailbone and get your hips moving. You did that really nicely there. There you go. And get your hips moving forward. You see, the reason I put this red stick on the ground was because I want you to get your tailbone moving forward of that stick on the backswing. And then I'm saying, right, make sure you turn a bit more because you're not quite completing your turn. So you get better turn there. Yeah, that's better. Right, that's much better. So at least now your hips are staying in the box, they're not moving away from the target, right? So that's the first part. Second part is the arms pinching, that right arm pinching, whereas you came down before, right? To there. So we stop you at P6 and you've got all this space underneath that right arm. Now when you come down to P6, there's no space there. So that glove really is kind of helping you with the feeling of your arms coming down, right? Stop you at P6 there now. Suddenly now your hands are over your thigh instead of behind your thigh. So therefore they're going to be more forward at impact, right? Which is what we want, right? The lesson is we've got to get the handle more forward at impact to get better ball striking, to get the shaft leaning forward. Got to get the shaft leaning forward at impact to compress it to hit your good shots. Whereas before your hands just weren't forward enough, and you can see, if anything, the shaft's leaning away from the target at impact. Yeah, so that's much better, mate. So when you go and play this afternoon, just think of getting your hips moving forward and just keep that connection under that right arm and understand the role of that right arm as you're coming down into impact. Good.